guru of recovering couch potatoes, our friend, New Orleanian, the craziest man on earth, Richard Simmons.
Hi, darling. Thank you. Hi, sweetie.
He looks so beautiful. You are so beautiful.
That man hasn't clapped. Sir, what the hell's wrong with you not clapping here? Okay.
Huh?
All right.
I'm just
How
fixing this. I just
Are you just fixing my little microphone?
Hair.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I
It's
watched
good
you
to
on
see
national
you.
TV. We're thrilled that you came back.
Well, you know, I come back every month to see my mom.
Yeah.
You know, my mother lives here, Shirley. Hi, Shirley. I know you're going to watch today. And my brother lives here. So every month I come back to have dinner. I call it Dinner with Shirley because if you're really not nice to your mother, you go straight to hell.
That's
no,
right.
I'm not kidding. Especially if you're a Louisiana person.
And then, have you eaten king cake?
Let's see. I had a little piece of king cake from Lawrence's Bakery, but it was a small piece. You know, I am still an eater. I still love to eat. I exercise on a regular basis, but I don't deny myself food. And I think that that's wrong. And a lot of people, I'm looking at the audience now. How many of you in this audience would like to lose weight? Raise your right hand. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to your throne today to beg. See, it's very hard to live in the South and to live in New Orleans and not love food.
No,
I mean,
that's
really.
right.
Even the dead people here love food.
I know.
No, honest to God, you put some beignets in a cemetery. They come out at midnight, and they look for that powdered sugar. They do. Am I lying?
Huh?
Am I lying? I'm not lying, am I? She knows. She knows.
She's not as concerned about death now.
Huh?
She's not as concerned about death. She knows. Okay, in today's Times-Picayune, there is an article. I was most disturbed. I'm sure you all read this. That a new Harris poll of 1,250 people, 71% of those 1,250 people are overweight. It is getting increasingly worse. Every 5 years, it gets worse. Now, this goes back to we know more, we know what we should be doing, we know exercise works, we ain't doing it.
We're not doing it. I mean, there are a lot of gyms in this city that have closed up. There's a lot of gyms that are not making any money. It's just that everyone's very busy. It used to be that one parent worked. Well, now both parents work. And they're, you know, the kids are left to their own. And bam, you can have a pizza in 30 seconds. And bam, you can make a phone call and that food's right there. I mean, I just look at a menu and the spit starts to come down the sides, you know? So, but the movement, you know, there's this whole thing about exercise. It went through this thing where it had to be painful and you had to do it for 3 hours a day. And I mean, I do an hour a day because I eat every day. I don't get up and go, oh, my God, it's Tuesday and I don't think I'll eat today, so I don't have to exercise. I mean, I eat every day. So I move my body every day. This morning I got up and I walked and you know, did my stretching, did my sit-ups, did my push-ups. And then when I eat dinner tonight with my mom, I can enjoy that food and not feel like very guilty because I didn't move my body. Most people don't move their body. And if you don't do it in the morning, for the most part, as the day goes on, I mean, you get home and you're tired and your feet ache and you go, where's my dinner? I want my dinner now. And so most people don't do it. And I beg people, I just beg people, make some time out. Look at your 24 hours. I get the same 24 hours that everyone else gets here. And I travel 300 days a year, so I'm in planes a lot, I'm in hotels a lot, I'm teaching classes all around the country. And I make time for me, and it's important that everyone makes time for themselves.
You know, but it's still, though, we know what we need to do. It is that motivation. And unfortunately, sometimes it's when we're being rolled into a hospital.
It's a heart attack. It's a stroke. I mean, on the Maury Povich show tomorrow will be Happy Lucan, who has now lost 363 pounds. When I met her, she was in a bed and she was almost 700 pounds. I now have 2 floors of a hospital, Jewish Memorial Hospital in Boston, and I have people who are 500 pounds, 800 pounds. But see, for some of these people, 20 pounds paralyzes them, 30 pounds. You know, if you take your underwear off and there's like a little mark all around where your belly button is, it's like you really need to get new underwear, but you won't admit it. See, so you keep wearing, look, if we took their underwear off right now, a lot of people would be wearing the wrong size. No, it's true. How many people are wearing the wrong size underwear? Tell me right now. No, but it's a terrible thing to walk up and go, instead of, if you're wearing a medium and now you have to move to a large and you go to go get them, you go to Mason Blanc, you go, I'll have them.
But see, no,
hard.
I think you've got it wrong. I think the mark there is how God made us.
No,
I don't
no,
think
no,
it's the
no,
underwear.
Angela, no,
I
no,
do
no,
believe that.
No, it's the tight underwear that keeps that
Huh?
like that. It's the tight underwear.
So the stuff they throw from the floats do not put on because they're all this big.
Can you imagine when they get these little, like Barbie doll? Who's going to fit this? But see, I'm not asking somebody. If I can get somebody who is 300 pounds and I can get them down to 190, at least I've got them out of the danger zone. If I have somebody who is 200 pounds, let me get them down to 150 so they're more comfortable. Everyone is not going to be, you know, I'm during the Mardi Gras, I'm looking at all these little college kids, and they look like little Stepford wives. Honey, they're like little teeny waists, their little chest don't move, it's all firm, and everything's firm, and they're little teeny, but everyone can't be that. But if you can just be, you know, take an inventory. If you did anything today, tonight when you go home, and you look in the mirror and say, you know, I need to, I need a new body! No, I need to drop 40 pounds. Let me see how I'm going to do it. You know,
First of all, when you say 40 pounds, I lost 25, 30, 35 pounds. I said I need to lose 5 pounds. I need to lose another 5.
I think you have to have one goal, a big goal,
keep going
and
keep going.
A little teeny mini goals. Yeah. You know, some people, but you have to look at the whole look of the body and say, hey, I need to lose about 40 pounds. Now let's see, can I lose about 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds a week? Because still, here's the way Americans and a lot of people in Louisiana, because I get a lot of letters. This is the second state I get the most letters from overweight people. Ohio is the first, and Louisiana. We need more than 2 minutes. Stop that! Stop that right now! Give me those cards.
He's going to quit the job. Don't. Huh? Now it's 1.5 minutes.
I'm sorry. Where the hell were we? Ohio. Second place is Louisiana.
Why Ohio?
Well, because it's cold there. When it's cold there, you know, people don't do anything. They don't go out.
It's cold in Maine. It's cold in Minnesota.
But this is I don't know. There's more people. There's a lot of overweight people living in Ohio, and there's a lot of overweight people living in Louisiana. And what we're doing is we're passing this down a generation. So now I'm getting a lot of letters. Dear Richard, my child is overweight. My child gets picked on in school. My child is not achieving what my child should be achieving because of the weight.
Yeah, let me every time we do a weight show or anything like that, it just isn't nuclear physics. And I don't mean to sound trite. You have to take in less and you have to expend more energy.
It sounds easy.
Well, you have to have the motivation.
But there you are at the table, and there's a lazy Susan, and it keeps on spinning.
Yeah.
And, you know, pass this, and let's go out. Oh, let's go out to eat. Or it becomes, you know, we put our health on the back burners, and we put our love of food on the front burners, and we have to reverse that, because it makes me very sad, because I was a fat kid. So when I see kids who are overweight, I know how they're treated in school. And I know how overweight women are treated in the workplace. And I know how overweight men are treated in the workplace. And it's not fair. We judge people by what it says on the scale. And we're a very visual society, and that's got to stop if we're all going to get along.
Well, I think that is absolutely right, but I think we should all agree, isn't he pretty?
Oh!
Isn't he pretty?
Because I'm from New Orleans! Honey, we all are pretty! We are just pretty people! We are!
All right, we are going to take a break. We're going to come back, and we're going to talk about his relationship with David Letterman.
No!
Barbara Streisand.
No,
I want the ring.
Angela, don't.
We're going to talk, Richard. We'll going to.
We'll talk on the Angela Show.
Yes, sirree. He is one wild and crazy man, but he is our own. He is, of course, the great Richard Simmons. Okay, we watched you on David Letterman. For a while there, I was going to beat up David Letterman because I thought he was being very rude to you.
Well,
but I understand that there really is an affection there.
Well, yeah, I'm going to actually be live on Mardi Gras.
Good.
To do the top 10 list on Bourbon Street at the Royal Sonesta. Y'all going to come?
Yes.
Read the top 10 list.
Very good. What time are you going to do this?
The show tapes in New York at 5:30, so it tapes here 1 hour earlier at 4:30.
Right.
So I'll be at the Royal Sonesta.
So right after the Angela show, run out to the Royal Sonesta.
But never miss the Angela show.
No.
It's almost like saying the rosary.
So, but everybody loves to see you in your little garb here when you run on the Letterman show. You look cute as a button.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a comedy show, and who else can he pick on? I mean, you can't pick on Dole. You know, who are you going to pick on out there So it's lots of fun, you know, we get along.
We don't want him being too offensive to you.
No,
because we're very
no,
protective.
then I would just cry.
No. Okay, now we've got to...
We Southern people, someone's offended. We're criers. We're big criers here.
Did you cry? Now, $100,000 ring he got for Barbra Streisand, and rejection. Rejection? Why didn't you just keep the ring and say thank you?
Well, you know, I love Barbra Streisand, and I'm sure that a lot of you have someone in your life that you really absolutely admire. And God, I mean, in 1965, I went to New York and saw a Funny Girl, and so it was like our 30-year anniversary, and I went to Tiffany's and I bought her a ring. But we've never really met. I've never met her, so I guess she felt strange about accepting a very expensive ring, and so I've never met her yet. And
she's a foolish woman.
Foolish.
She's talented, but she's
woman.
Foolish. So she sent it back with a note?
That I've never opened.
Oh, Richard.
No, it was typed. I think when you send somebody like a real expensive ring, I want to see a handwriting here. You know what I mean? I went to Catholic school for 12 years. I want to see some handwriting. I don't want to see no typed letter. But I always say there's a time when people are supposed to meet. And, one day, maybe the phone will ring and she'll ask me over for dinner. You never really know. I've never closed that door.
Richard, it's Babs.
Hi, it's Bob. No, she doesn't like Babs. She would hate. Oh,
no.
My God.
This is Barbara. I'm fixing a little light lunch.
Yeah?
Would you like to come?
Absolutely.
And you'd be so gracious.
Yeah,
You'd be
but
a nervous
like when I
wreck.
went to the concert, I mean, I didn't just want to be cattled backstage to, just to go meet her. I have a very strong relationship with her, and she doesn't even know it. I've had her child, and she doesn't even know it. No, but there'll be a time and place, and I still love and admire her, and I went to go see 3 of her concerts, and she's like grand, But my main thing that I do with my life is I go around from city to city, and I eyeball about 400,000 people a year, because I mostly do shopping malls. I go into a shopping mall and build a big stage and do a big sweat into the oldies class, and I try to inspire these people. That is the thrust of my entire life. Being from New Orleans, I learned through Shirley and my father, God bless him, and my brother, I learned about kindness and about love. And that's what I do, is I go from city to city and try to share that and make people believe in themselves, because there's so many people out there who tell you you can't do things and you're not good enough and you'll never make it and you'll never be successful. And I go out there and say, you can do it. I mean, I grew up in the French Quarter. I grew up selling pralines at Leah's Southern Confection on St. Louis Street and eating them. I'd eat 1, I'd sell 2. I'd eat 2, I'd sell 4. And I was taught by, I went to St. Louis Cathedral, then I went to Brother Martin's, which at that time was called Coriezu. So I got a very good, strong foundation of love from this city. I mean, I look at other people and where they're from, and I go, boy, you really missed the boat, because being from New Orleans is maybe the most exciting place anyone. Am I right or am I wrong?
He makes us proud.
You know I'm right. I am right.
Well, you're just making us very weepy.
No, you know
making
what?
us very weepy.
I go from city to city, and I see how people live and how they're raised, and nothing is like the South to me.
Well,
nothing is like.
No argument with that.
No, I mean, nothing.
I'm gonna jump because
over.
I have my
Here.
tennies on. Here we go.
I have to.
You didn't know I was an athlete.
I have a new line of shoes at Payless. I'll send you it. What size do you wear?
Huge. 9.5 medium.
No, but I do a lot of long. We don't call them huge. We call them wide widths, and But I do a line of shoes for Payless.
Oh,
because,
it's got your name on it.
It's got my name on it, because you go and get shoes, they're like $60, $70, and I went, stop! In the name of love, before you break my heart. And so I went to Payless, and then I went to Walmart. You all been to Walmart?
Yeah.
God bless Walmart. And I did a line of fat-free cookies for Walmart. So I've just been, every time I come up with an idea, it opens and expands the job market.
He has millions and millions and millions of dollars. Yes, send me a ring.
I will send Angela a ring.
This man wants to be inspired.
Well, she's free now. She's free to marry, honey, so let's go. Let's go. And now, Angela Simmons.
I don't know if I could ask this man a legitimate question.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if I could ask him a legitimate
Every question is legitimate.
The point is this. I have diabetes.
You're a diabetic. Are you on insulin?
Yes.
You take how many shots a day?
I don't take any shots, just by pill form.
You take an oral medication?
3.
3 a day, okay. Has your doctor created a food program for you to follow? So
yes.
You can, are you following it?
Yes. But my biggest problem is, after so long of being on a diet, I get like I'm white as a ghost. And I
sickly.
Weak. Very weak. And I I got to go to stronger food. How can I combat that?
Well, when you're a diabetic, it has to do with the amount of sugar you're taking in or not taking in. If you eat too much sugar, you can get very sick. If you're not eating enough sugar, you can get very sick. So it's a very fine line. And your doctor, I mean, I can send you a deal a meal, which the American Diabetic Association checks and says it's great. You need to eat protein. You need to eat carbs, like rice and potatoes. You need to eat fruits and vegetables. Or tell me some of your habits. Do you eat while watching television? Look at me. Look at me.
I can't lie, yes.
Yeah, see, there's a couple things.
My body tells the truth.
God bless you. No,
My body tells the truth.
No, here's the whole thing. There's some habits that we have, and we become robotical. For instance, eating while watching television. It's like I had to break that because you just eat and continue to eat.
I'll
and
eat once a day.
But see, that's
all
terrible.
day.
All day. No, you got to have a diabetic has to get up in the morning, have a piece of fruit, piece of toast, or a glass of juice, cup of coffee. For lunch, have a salad, watching the amount of dressing. For dinner, some protein and potatoes, some vegetables. I mean, when you think that there's 25 million Americans who are diabetic, and you're lucky because you don't have to take those shots. Can you imagine if you had to test your blood every 3 or 4 hours and take those shots every day? God bless you for not getting to that degree. But, you know, if you want, I can get your name and send you a deal a meal, and it really does explain about portions of food, and that's what I try to preach.
And that's right, and you can still graze all day. I get the tennis shoes, you get the deal a meal. We're taking a break. We're coming back with the crazy guy right after this.
Let's see, I get the deal a meal, you
Words cannot express our feeling for this wonderful man.
Come
Richardson.
on, baby, let the good times roll.
Hi, Mr. Simmons.
It's
my name
Richard.
Richard.
My real name is Milton.
Milton, darling. My name is Linda Razza. I have a quick story to tell you. I was in hot pursuit of my Peg Bundy outfit because I'm going to be Peg Bundy for Mardi Gras when these women caught my eye. I was at Walmart, by the way. And they're dancing and swaying and swinging. And I see this video on the television ringing in a new you. They were ringing in, believe me. And I wanted to compliment you on the way you can motivate people to move, to sing, to respond to what you have to say.
You know, about 500 people try out for every one of my videos, and I get to only pick 20. So I pick some who are overweight, some who have lost weight, some who have just begun. And so you get to see, if you go out and see videos, my videos are very happy. I use real music. I just have Sweat and Shout, a new video out, and I just finished Disco Sweat. But I use real people doing real movements, and that's what makes them so successful. Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm fine. Just so glad to be home.
You remind me of my Irish setter that I have.
I remind you of your Irish setter?
What a compliment.
Well, I'm a dog person. I think I was a dog in my last life. No, I do. No, I really think I was just
He has 5 Dalmatians.
I have 6 Dalmatians.
6 Dalmatians,
girls.
and they are all named after characters from Gone with the Wind.
That's
Don't
right,
we love
my
that?
little girls.
They're the children.
My little girls.
I work with really heavy people, and I find that the concept of food as an addiction is not really talked about much, the emotional relationship people have with food.
Well, you know, I'm going to tell you something. I hear a lot of stories because I get 10,000 letters a month, and I hear a lot of stories where they're abused and they turn to food. There's a divorce, they turn to food. It's an emotional thing. But I have to tell you something. I had such loving parents and such a great relationship that I had a very exciting and fun childhood. I just loved food because it tasted so good. I mean, I never, you know, it wasn't that I had a problem and I was eating. It's just someone said, let's go have a muffalata. And I said, okay, let's have, you know, a poor boy. And I said, fine. I mean, and my father was a good cook, and my mother, to this day, makes a gumbo that I can compare to any restaurant in the city. And yes, it is an addiction, but it's always not just linked to a problem. You know, and some of you out there who just think that, you know, you love food because there's something wrong with you, you know, that's the one thing.
But you still got to put it in perspective.
Yeah.
That's all it is just, we all love food. We love food in this town, but there's a place for it, but we can't
It can't
consume
take
all the
over our
time.
lives. And unfortunately, if your back hurts, if you can't get up anymore, if you can't walk anymore, then what happens is your love of food has become more than your love of you, and you can't forget you, because really, I mean, this is the highest form of life that God made. Us being a human being. This is the highest form. He could have made us a rose that lasted 5 days or an animal that lasted for a week, but he chose to make us the highest form of life, and we don't really respect that, and I think people have to put that in the right perspective. Food is over here, but your life and what you achieve in your life is more important than any bowl of red beans and rice.
Well said. I wish we had red beans and rice to serve right now. It would be so
Right now, I wish I did. I wish I did.
Okay, tell me what else you're doing for Mardi Gras.
Well, I spend time with my mother,
Okay.
Shirley. I know you watch your Mom, and I'll see you tonight for dinner. You know, I just spend time with my brother Lenny and my mother, and that's really it. You know, I'm staying in the French Quarter, and I meet people, and they come up and tell me their stories, and I just love it. It's almost like I became a nun, because, you know, it's like a confessional. People walk up and go, last night, I was at Brennan's. You know, and they have to tell me everything that they ate. And then I had the you know, and I understand. I understand, you know. But it's hard. It's hard coming to this city and not adoring food, because part of New Orleans is, you know, our kitchens.
Well, if you come visit your mother once a month, then you better come visit us more often.
I will come.
I know that
promise
you are.
I will, because
I mean,
I love Angela.
Ho! Let me tell you something, Richard Simmons. There is no person on this earth I would put tights on for you. Only you. We will be watching David Letterman. We will be there.
My top 10
Yes.
list for Mardi Gras in New Orleans, my favorite place in the whole world.
Thank you, Richard Simmons. We love you.
I love you, Shirley!